Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we will start the unit 2, that is laminar flow. So what content we will learn in the laminar flow? First we will see the Reynolds experiment, then the critical velocity, then the laminar flow through circular pipe. We will see the derivation for the same and the numericals based on this derivations. Then we will see the flow between two parallel plates, that is the stationary one and a moving plate, and based on these topics we will solve the numericals. So we will first see what is laminar flow. In our lecture I have told you the laminar flow and turbulent flow. So laminar flow is that type of flow in which each layer of fluid slides over the adjacent layer. In laminar flow there is no mixing of layers of fluids as that in the case of turbulent. But in laminar flow, each layer of fluid is separate. It slides over the adjacent layer. Okay. The flow of the fluid will be laminar in the following cases. We can say that the flow of fluid is laminar when first the velocity of fluid is low, second when diameter of pipe is small, third when density of fluid is very less, fourth when the viscosity is high, and fifth, that is main one, that is Reynolds number is less than 2000. By these parameters we can distinguish the flow as flow of fluid, that will be laminar. Okay, the shape of this lamina, that is the flow, the pattern depends upon the shape of the boundaries of the flow passage. The pattern of the layers of fluid depends upon the shape of the boundaries of the flow passage through which the flow is passing. Okay, clear about laminar flow? So, there are two conditions. If flow takes place between two parallel plates, here we can see there are number of parallel plates. If flow takes place in between these two parallel plates, the lamina must be plane sheets which are parallel to each other. In this case, the lamina will be in plane sheets parallel to each other. Okay. And the second case is if the flow takes place through a circular pipe as shown in this figure, the lamina becomes concentric cylindrical sheet. See, the lamina will be concentric cylindrical sheet. So depending upon the shape of the boundaries of the passage flow, the shape of lamina varies. That is, in case of plain parallel plates, the lamina will be plain sheet, and in case of this round pipe, it will be concentric cylindrical sheet. Clear? Now we will see the Reynolds experiment for demonstration of the laminar and turbulent flow. This Reynolds experiment is used to distinguish the laminar flow and turbulent flow. Okay, now we will see a video in which a Reynolds experiment is demonstrated. See, this is a Reynolds experiment. A Reynolds experiment consists of a water tank, okay, which is fitted with a horizontal glass tube, this, through which the water can flow. Okay, it also consists of ink injection needle through which the ink is injected in the water. See, this is the glass tube and this is a tap. The glass tube is fitted to this tank so that the water will flow through it. Okay. See, this is a small overhead tank. We can see in this video, there is a small overhead tank which contains a colored liquid, that is dye, having the same specific gravity as that of water. Okay, this arrangement is used for the Reynolds experiment. The flow of water through the pipe is controlled by this valve. Now observe a steady stream of ink which starts to flow through the pipe. See, the flow of water from the water tank through the glass tube can be regulated by using this valve, we know. Now we have started injecting ink in the water. Now see the flow pattern. The flow pattern of this ink is uniform. This indicates that the water flowing in parallel streams which did not interfere with each other. There is no interference of the fluid with each other. And this type of flow pattern is called as laminar flow. We have seen the definition of laminar flow. Laminar flow is the one in which fluid flows in a layers, in which the fluid particles do not get mixed with each other. In that case, now we have injected the ink in the water and the velocity of the water is less. Okay, so in that case, there is no mixing of the fluid particles with each other, ink particles. This type of flow pattern is called as laminar flow. Sometimes it is also called as, and it is also called as streamline flow. Now we can observe that there exists a transition region wherein the oscillations in the flow were unstable and any disturbance would quickly disappear. Okay. So in this case, the velocity of flow is slightly increased. So there will be mixing of the fluid particles. So disturbance can be seen. So this is the turbulence flow, transition flow. Slightly the velocity of flow is slightly increased, so it forms a wavy pattern. Now fully open the output tab and observe the flow of ink through the pipe. Okay. Now if we increase the wall fully, then the water flow rate will increase and a definite velocity called as the critical velocity was reached in that case. So oscillation appeared in the thread and the thread of the colored water becomes wavy. That is gradual dispersed and the entire mass of water in the tube becomes uniformly colored. Means the velocity, as the velocity of flow increases, the mixing of the colored water gets mixed, and this is called as turbulent flow. The turbulent flow is characterized by the rapid movement fluid in the form eddies in random directions occurs in the tube. Okay. So from this video, we have seen the pattern of flow in laminar condition, turbulent flow and transition flow. Okay, so we will have a quick revision. When the flow is steady, the the dye line will remain a straight line following along the entire length of the glass tube. Such flow was seen as laminar flow. That was seen was laminar flow. And if the velocity is now gradually increased till a value is reached at which the dye line, that is color band, breaks, and it was seen that gets mixed with the water. In that case, the flow that we have seen was turbulent flow. Okay, now we will move towards the critical velocities. The critical velocity is distinguished into two, the lower critical velocity and the higher critical velocity. Now we will first see the lower critical velocity. When the velocity of flow is slightly increased, the dye line breaks into a helical path. Such flow is known as the turbulent flow. We know that when the velocity, we have seen the velocity of flow when it is increased, the dye line gets break and it gets mixed with the flow. That time the flow is called as turbulent flow. The velocity at which this disturbance in the flow initiates is called as the lower critical velocity. Now, the velocity at which the dye gets mixed with the water initially is called as lower critical velocity. Now, the expression for lower critical velocity through pipe is given by V is equal to Reynolds number for the critical velocity into V by D. We know the formula of Reynolds number. Okay. Now, the Reynolds number for various pipes. The circular pipe, the Reynolds number is 2320. For parallel pipe, the Reynolds number is 1000. The free surface in flow through open channels, the Reynolds number is 100. And for flow around a sphere, the Reynolds number is 1. Okay. Now, we will move towards the higher critical velocity. The velocity at which the dye line breaks completely and the dye gets diffused throughout the flow is called as the higher critical velocity. In this, see the difference between lower and higher. The lower velocity, the lower critical velocity was the velocity at which the disturbance in the flow is initiated. Means the flow pattern of the dye in the water was disturbed. At that time, the velocity is called as lower critical velocity, and the higher critical velocity was the velocity at which the dye was broke and was completely mixed with the water. That was the higher critical velocity.